the King of the Hill tonight.
We got to keep the series going, man.
We do.
I mean, we got to put the reigning champs up against the number one contenders.
All right. Well,
I guess is what we need to do.
Seems like a tough life.
Who won last time? Do you remember?
I know who lost.
Okay.
I was shocked to see that this tall boy right here,
The tall boy.
Yeah.
The tall boy.
this tall boy didn't win, and I was shocked because its younger brother that has now been discontinued, the Glenmo 10, did quite well in the last King of the Hill.
It did.
And there were a couple of Glenmos. I think it was Lasanta kicked ass on it. So
Yep.
I was really shocked to see this big boy go down so early. But
The big boy is the Glenmorangie 12-year-old,
Yes.
which
Yep.
is now the new replacement, which the big boy is because that's the Costco killer. That's the big $60 or so. That was a no-brainer. But it's still good.
Does that
It's
come
still
in a
good.
2-pack?
right. Kirkland discount.
right.
And then it lost to tonight's champion. It was the Glenkinchie, right?
Kinchie 12.
And then we had Eagle Rare versus
That's what I don't remember.
the Widow Jane.
The Widow.
Yep.
Yeah.
The Widow
Yep.
Jane 10-year-old.
Widow Jane 10-year-old lost to Eagle Rare,
Yeah.
which I wasn't surprised on that battle. But I was surprised in Glenmo.
Yeah, so if you're new to the King of the Hill series, basically we pour 2 blind samples for each of the series, and we mix them up. We don't know what they are, and basically we go through our normal nose and tasting and kind of give our thoughts live with you on what's what. Maybe you can guess which is in the glass, but at the end of the day, we all kind of vote which one's which, and then determine a winner. And then that winner keeps on going to the next round.
That's right. And obviously they're categorized right now. We're, whether it's bourbons and scotches, they're staying in their own categories. Eventually, when we get towards the end of this series, we will have to cross-categorize fight, I guess you could say, right?
Highlander rules.
We have yet to get some of our patrons involved for some voting because this is our 2.0. We originally did this, guys, it's been 3 years. Can you believe that?
No.
3 years ago, we started the King of the Hill, and it was a fun... I swear to God, it was damn near a year-long event that we did King of the Hill. It was really fun to do. We learned some things, and to the 2.0, we're just getting started again. So, but I don't know if I want to do a full year of it this year. I think I want to bring it down to more smaller categories and stuff, and get our patrons involved. So we're gonna work those out a little bit. But for now, we're gonna continue on with the category of bourbon and Scotch. Sound good?
Which is
Sounds
fun.
great.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
2 of Mark's favorite things.
Two of Mark's favorite things? I don't know.
It's funny.
One of them.
I took my mother to dinner, and she asked me, she's like, what are you guys doing on the show tonight? And I told her, and she's like, you don't like bourbon, do you? I'm like, no, not really, but, you got to feed the masses, right? You got to do what you got to do. Here I am.
You're
I
the
like
evil
whiskey,
guy.
so if it's good bourbon, obviously I like it. But
so we got some friends online. We'll call them out in a second. But I see one here for Tom R. He was on our Patron Zoom on Tuesday, and I had a great chat with him. And of course, we talked about rum. It's Tom R's favorite thing. And apparently, he thinks you're going to get into rum because some conversations, etc. But I'm like, you know what, Tom? I would love to grab some rums from your place. I don't know crap about rum, and I think the rum tasting blind something for us to do would be fun to do. And I'd be into it.
Honestly, I think you guys would really like.
I think so.
Like aged rums.
Yeah,
they're very interesting. There's a lot of variety. It's a different flavor profile than what we usually get into, but I think Andrew would probably enjoy them.
I think what I've learned so far, listening to our friends over at the Spirited Enthusiast, Kim and Martin, their last podcast was about rum, and there is a range of flavor profile for rum. It's almost like regional, the way we know it as in Scotland. Only we're talking different islands and different countries.
right.
So I think to get into it, I would be open if we're led. In other words, we have some direction from Tom, from Kim, from some of our rum drinkers to say, I'm going to give you a spread, as opposed to just diving in and not knowing what I'm doing. I don't know if I'm up for just learning it on my own.
I agree.
Like I did with Scotch.
We need to have a little helping hand to kick us off a little bit, or,
Right.
or at least someone that says, here's your instructions. Here's what to start off with.
That wouldn't be a bad thing.
I don't
At
think
least
so.
a starter kit. That's
A
all.
starter
You know
kit.
what I mean? Plant the seed, and then we'll see if we can, let it grow.
Here's your Bacardi and your Sailor Jerry.
And it's dead.
Those will not be on the bar.
Well, you got to have a comparison, right?
Right.
like
Like a
chicken cock.
baseline. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's like Johnny Red, right? Like,
You gotta have some bad to make the good.
Good. Yeah, you got to appreciate the good stuff by drinking the entry level.
Yeah. Well, we could get Kim on, and maybe we can we'll do a little. It's in the works. How about that? We'll make it happen.
Fair enough.
And I think it'd be a cool
It'd be fun for us to
exploration
go
for
to.
us,
Right. Yeah, for sure.
Maybe there's a rum-related holiday that we can get behind on
wonder.
that. Sugarcane Day, something like that.
Don't worry. All right, so
Back it up.
Quick hi to Steve A, Tom R, Joe, the trivia master, is on with us tonight. He put another one together, him and Justin.
Nice.
Appreciate
Terrifying.
you guys. Malt Minion,
Hi, Brian M.
Brian. Yep. Who else is on? Joe's Whiskey Den. Good to see you. Ahoy, Everwind. Stuff at Work is on, guys. Haven't seen him in a while.
What's going on, buddy?
Fernando.
Good evening.
I'm
and
glad you could join
everyone
us.
in the chat. Yeah, we're glad you could join us.
Welcome,
Ahoy.
everybody. Bob H.
H. That son of a gun.
What's going on, Bobby?
Bubby.
Excellent. Got
All
a
right,
good
guys.
group tonight.
Yeah.
Good group so far. I want to get into this.
So
All
let's at least talk about the two matchups we have. We have a Scotch matchup, and then we have a bourbon matchup.
Yep.
Which one are we starting with?
That's a good question. Which one you want to start with?
Probably the bourbon, just because that Glen Scotia I think is gonna
Pop up.
kind of.
Pop off a little
That's
bit.
the one I
Yeah.
want. That's the glass I want.
I'm
tonight.
actually interested to see how it does. I mean, because we all love it, but can we remember it's not what we love. It's what is the best
in the glass
glasses.
tonight. You're right, and that's why they're blind. So we'll see. I mean, we can start off with the
All right.
bourbon. So
Why don't you give an
Professional about that.
overview and then I'll get on
All
the
right,
here.
so
Hold on a second.
tonight's matchup we've got Eagle Rare. There we go.
which is the reigning champ.
That's the
in
champion.
this category right
and
now.
Russell Reserve 10-year is the challenger this evening. So
Pull up the dram cam so we can see him
are
on
they
the.
in focus? Sort of.
Yeah, good enough.
Good enough. There we go.
Russell's 10.
Two
they're both
very,
10-year-olds.
very popular bourbons.
Yeah. All right. So obviously both 10-year-olds. Eagle Rares from Buffalo Trace Distillery. Russell Reserve from Wild Turkey. The Eagle 10 is a lower rye mash bill than the Russell. Both 45% ABV. And I'm gonna we'll talk about flavors and all that stuff when we get into it. But I think that this will be a good head-to-head. I mean,
I do too.
Similar ages, same ABV, little bit different mash bill. So I think that'll be the differentiator, and we'll just go from there.
A lot of people have talked about it, the Russells in our comments, so it's very popular. I think I may be wrong, but I think they're both around $40-ish.
No clue. I thought
I
Eagle
don't
Rare
really
was
I
more
don't really know.
expensive than
Someone
that.
can check and let us know about that, but I don't think they're terribly expensive. Maybe MSRP. I don't even know anymore, to be honest. Bourbon. I went into a really nice liquor store down south, really nice, and I went in there. And I was like, "Holy crap, bourbon's expensive now."
Yeah.
What the hell?
So
Yeah.
Scotch,
Well, Scotch is too.
It's all
but-
expensive.
Yeah, but wow, holy moly! Oh, here we go.
They can't all be at Costco, man.
Yeah. All right, let's
All
get
right,
going on
Okay,
this
so
guy.
these are the two. We
That's
don't know
correct.
what they are.
Okay.
Start us off down on the left, Sean, and get us going. We're going to go through this like we always do. We're going to go through nose. We're going to go through palate, finish, and maybe once or twice, and then we'll put a little water on it and do the same thing.
That'll
And
work.
then we're gonna give it a number. Each of us are going to kind of judge this on our scoring system, right?
Yeah, we can do that. It's usually yay or nay. Which one's best? We
Okay.
keep it simpler in this one. We can do a number in your head if we need to for
Right.
a tiebreaker.
Yeah, that's what I'll do.
All right. So we've got a black glass and a gold glass for the bourbons. I'm going to start with the black. It's got it's a pretty rich nose. Nice vanillas, a little bit of like spice cake kind of thing.
Hmm.
Some nice oak notes. Like it smells like a really full-bodied whiskey, like a very enjoyable whiskey.
What's the over under on Mark saying corn?
I mean, that's guaranteed, right? Like that's going to happen.
Honestly,
But-
I smell. I'm getting kind of a steak salty spice note, like almost like a Lowry's.
More
I don't know
peppery
what
Interesting.
Not
Like a seasoned
pepper.
salt?
Yeah, a seasoning
Okay.
type.
All right.
with a little steak.
Maybe that's
kind of-
part of the oak because it's got a
Yeah,
woody
It
note
does
to
have
it.
wood in there. Yeah, there's no denying that.
That
But
makes sense.
honestly, it smells pleasant. It doesn't smell corny, air quotes there.
It's got a rich nose. I mean,
Yeah.
it's 10-year-old whiskey, so
It smells like a bourbon, though.
yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
Yeah, but I mean, you're right. It's very spice forward mostly,
Yes.
and I definitely get that oak influence in the back end of it.
So I'm not going to put any thought into what we're saying to try and guess. It's my goal. Our
No.
goal isn't to guess the
No.
bottle here, folks. It's really to judge what's in the glass.
It's
and
nice
then-
nose.
Yeah. So I'm going to give it.
All right. So gold. It's a lighter, sweeter nose. Smells less woody, more like I got some sugar cookie and what's that other thing that I'm getting? Give me a minute on that one. But
Sugar
it's
cookie.
definitely like a lighter, sweeter nose. There's still oak influence on it, but it doesn't smell as
Honestly, I get
Heavily
more
wooded.
cedar than oak on it, which is
Cedar?
strange. Yeah.
I can get behind that. Maybe that's what I'm getting off of that.
That's really all I get. It smells like you walk into a cedar closet.
It's much lighter.
Oh yeah, you're right. It really does. It's like you've opened a fresh
Cedar
cedar chest or something.
Which is strange because
There's-
we know these are both obviously coming out of oak barrels, right?
No, there's hints of
I mean,
hope.
hello.
hints of vanilla and some kind of like polish or something. I don't know what that is. It could be some spice. I'm not calling out right now, but I think you're spot on with
I
your.
can get some corn underneath it though. Okay, so we're gonna get into the palate on this black one. Swish them around for 10 seconds, right?
That's oh, hey, there you go. A little bit of clove on the back end. It's a nice, sweet upfront whiskey, and the longer it sits on the palate, the more it kind of expands. I think as the whiskey heats up a little bit on your palate, it kind of fills up your sinuses a little bit. There's a nice spice note that comes through, like a clove or a ginger kind of thing on the back end. The wood influence is kind of there all the way through, though. Mark, you look curious.
So there is definitely a soft vanilla note that has it turns into a pretty heavy sugar note, sort of in the late palate for me. I don't know. I mean, what's the ABV on what we were warming up
45.
at? But what's this Glenmo is?
That's probably
43.
43. I mean, so it's not ABV burn that I'm getting. There's a spicy note
No,
to
it's
this.
it's got a spice
Yeah.
to it.
I just got something that's unique that I think is interesting. It's actually really nice. When you get a soft serve ice cream cone and you've eaten all the ice cream and it's down to just a wafer and a little bit of milk in there and you eat that, that's what I'm tasting. It's a soft
So you got that like
vanilla wafer type of combo with
Okay.
some like almost some kind of spice on top of it, like a nutmeg or something like that to give a little bit more of a
zing.
zing. Yeah, it's quite pleasant actually.
All right, let's try gold. All right.
This is the cedar one.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, the look in your face, not so much.
It's not as sweet as I thought it would be on the nose. And that woody flavor kind of permeates a little bit. What you got, man?
Big difference between that one and the other one?
Yeah. Less spicy, more woody
It has a lot of wood in the nose now.
is how I would describe it. It does have vanilla, but it also has like a licorice. So I always associate that with rye.
It tastes like a rye.
So it's got like a licoricey, woody kind of thing. going
Almost
on.
wheat, like wheat. I don't know what that is. But it's not nearly as pleasant as the first one.
I think it's about as woody as you can get. I feel like I might have a splinter in my tongue.
It's really wood forward,
Just a wee bit.
as your splinter would say.
I mean, I will say for 10-year-old bourbons, I kind of expect a lot of wood, but so far black seems to be a more balanced whiskey. Like the wood's there, but it's not as overpowering. I guess.
It is interesting because to my naive palate for bourbon, I don't know. I have a feeling what I think bourbon should taste like, but it is kind of cool to have the contrast here, because if one of these is whatever one has the cedar, the one we just tasted, it's made for that. It's like that's the taste it's going for, and that's what people are buying this whiskey for, is that taste. And it's not bad. It's not off-putting. It's just completely different from the spicy normal bourbon that I'm getting from the other one.
On the gold, on the finish on it, I did get a little bit of a hazelnut on the finish, and then when I went to rinse my mouth out with water from the gold, I actually got a butterscotch note, which was interesting.
Oh, that's nice.
It brought the water in my mouth brought out a butterscotch flavor.
That was from the gold?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which I didn't expect to happen. So I'll give it a little plus on that. But right now,
I like butterscotch.
Sure.
I
So
don't know if
watering
it'll
them down
save it.
here, we're gonna go back and just give them a second to open up and let that action reaction happen in the glass.
We're 2 rounds in. Do we have a clear favorite so far?
I do.
I think I mean, based on my palate, what I'm liking, yeah, for sure.
Okay.
I think they're both interesting. I'm not saying there's a clear winner, but I'm curious about the water factor here.
I am too.
I think it's close enough to where water could make a difference. I
Right.
mean,
Right. I like the Fernando actually using a colored dot as the glass. Like, that's the first time I think I've seen that.
I mean, someone's guessing for what's in the glass. That good.
Emojis are strong with this group.
I'm pretty sure I know what's in the glass, but
Yeah, so he thinks the black glass is Eagle Rare so far.
so
I think
with the water, it brought down the spiciness of the black glass. So it's just kind of rounded everything out, kind of rounded out the corners, and it's pretty nice whiskey.
They're both very approachable.
Yes.
Like they're not hot at all. I mean, and this one, I would say one is spice and one is wood, to keep it as simple as possible.
Yeah. I'm interested to see if I get any butterscotch or anything out of this gold glass, though.
The spice is still nice
So-
on the black, though.
I think I'm with you on the nose on what water did. On the palate, obviously it made it more approachable for sure, but it flattened it to me. It almost made it like flat Coke. You know what I mean?
It's the first thing I thought of too. It's
You don't like flat Coke?
Not really, man. I want a little bit of kick on the back end.
it's still holding the mid to the back end, but the first initial, I mean, it was immediate, like, oh, that's flat. But I don't know. Maybe if you put it on a big ball or something like that, it might be okay. But I definitely prefer that neat versus water. But it's still holding its own on the spice on the middle finish.
All right, let's see what this gold's got.
I'm not as big a fan with the water on the gold.
Okay, so on the nose, it was a strong cedar, and now I get more of like a green straw. It turned it green.
It's I got a lot of licorice, and the wood did fade.
Is that what
I will say
did you
that.
say licorice the first time on gold?
Yeah.
I thought I heard you say that.
It's got it does have a little bit of like I don't know if it's just because you said it, but like a butterscotch or like a Werther's kind of hard candy
Nose
flavor to it.
basically the same.
I mean, I
Water.
think it took a hard turn south,
Really?
and just in my opinion.
Oh yeah.
It's
I
not
mean,
my favorite whiskey,
Oh yeah, I did.
I'm gonna say.
It's a contrast though. I mean, I don't think either one of them are horrible with water. I think they're both better neat, but
Yes.
they're definitely drastically different.
So Aaron says water rarely improves bourbon, and I kind of chuckle at that because I know a lot of bourbon drinkers that drink them on big ice balls, which is just water, right?
Yeah, well, they like it cold.
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing with them, but
I've got a clear winner here based on what I'm appreciating right now.
Is it black?
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah, this is
Yeah.
Hands down, whatever that is.
especially. I think water hurt gold. It was closer.
It didn't
fight
do any
neat.
favors to black either.
No.
but black it's strong enough flavor profile. It's the combination here, right? Like I said earlier, it's spicy.
Yep.
It's got a lot going on to it, whereas the gold was more wood forward. So, but they're both they're both not bad. It just
No.
what are you looking for?
Yeah.
Right.
But
So
tonight I'm looking for the black glass.
so black. This
Right.
is an easy win for us.
Yep.
Right.
What's the color?
So
Honestly, I'm looking for the black glass, and I'm looking for it neat. Because I don't want
all
water
right.
on it.
So we're
That's fair.
looking for green, whatever green is,
All right.
and the winner is
Yep.
Eagle Rare.
That's what I thought.
Fernando was right.
All right, so Eagle Rare is got 2 victories.
Yep.
King of the Hill.
Yep.
Prevails. So this
Rare.
Russell's
Killing it.
10 is interesting. Kentucky Straight Bourbon, 10-year-old whiskey, cedar and wood. That's a little bit of vanilla. It's
Does it say that on the
No,
bottom?
I'm not making
I was
it
going to say. Oh my God.
It will once we get done.
that's the notes that Drew Bills is putting on it. Oh, look, there's a big cedar. No, I'm just kidding.
It's a cedar trim.
It's a cedar trunk on it.
Oh,
yeah.
be damned.
Well, that truth in advertising.
Yeah,
It's-
maybe.
Yeah, it just says delivers that note of rich, spicy vanilla. Is this the one I said with the vanilla wafer?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
Yep.
I'll give it that.
Yeah.
It doesn't give it like what I would say rich, spicy vanilla.
I did like both of them better neat.
Yeah.
I'm
I
not
think they-
reserving any Russells.
The Eagle Rare though, it's pretty good.
Yep.
It's hanging in there.
Yep.
Okay, so that was black and gold. Let's get
Black
these
and gold, you out. You out.
Yeah, don't put them back out, and we're like, these taste just like the last.
Right, so I'm gonna rinse that off and give my palate a hot second to.
Yeah, the water did
Settle
not
down.
help either one of those at all. But
All right, this is 2 heavy hitters coming in though.
Right.
yeah, ooh.
So the current, so we're gonna go over to the Scotch category now. The current champ with 1 victory under its belt is this guy, right? Can you read it with that label? It's a
Glenkinchie.
Glenkinchie 12, and tonight's contender is the Victoriana, Glen Scotia.
Oof.
So we've got 2 different regions, right?
Yep.
We've got Glenkinchie coming in from the Lowlands, and we've got Campbeltown with Glen Scotia Victoriana. We do have a pretty big differentiation between ABVs. So the Kinchie 12 is 43% ABV, and this particular Victoriana is what?
51.
51? Okay. And I know that's changed over various batches. That's why I wanted to get this.
0.5 to
Okay,
be
so
precise.
51.5. Casks are the Glenkinchie is mostly ex-bourbon. The Glen Scotia is deep char oak sherry finish. Style for the Glenkinchie is light floral and grassy, whereas the Victoriana is rich, spicy, coastal with some dark chocolate.
So I'm very interested to try these line. Again, boys, it's gonna be hard because we're huge fans of the Victoriana,
Sure.
but it's not based on brand tonight. It's based on what's in the glass. So
It's
let's talk through it
absolutely-
like we just did with the bourbon.
And let's keep our comments to the point where we're not giving away what's in the glass, because we might very well be able to tell right off the ABVs.
Yes.
What that's
So,
true.
I mean,
So you don't want to say that?
I'm not here to guess the glass. I'm here to talk about what's in the glass.
I mean, if it smells hot, I'm gonna say it smells.
Sure.
hot. But all right, what are we starting with? Red or green?
You want me to start off?
Yeah, go for it,
We'll go
man.
this way.
I'll do
know.
red first.
All right, red it is.
Well, hello, lover.
Uh-oh. Can you
This
insert
is-
some music?
Can you do some
Romantic.
music going on there?
Some romantic music.
Jesus.
Man, there's a lot of fruit on the nose on this. Cream, like vanilla cream, cheesecake, strawberry cheesecake, some berries on the nose. Lovely on the
All
nose.
right.
I love cheesecake.
I'm excited for this.
Everything you said and then some. Boy, it smells round. It's just there's a lot of flavor in there. There's a lot of different smell. Fruity a little bit. I said I wouldn't, to try to guess what's in glasses, but honestly, if I'm being truthful, what I smell is a little bit of funk.
You get funk? I get no funk.
I got a wee bit of it, just a little bit.
Lowland and Campbeltown, so there could be funk going on.
That's true. And they both could.
They're funky areas.
It doesn't smell hot on the nose. I didn't get a bunch of
No.
sinus burn or anything like that.
No. Hey, James from London. Cheers. Wow,
From
it's
London.
It's late for you
This
or
is an
early.
interesting nose because it, like my initial nose is a little different than when I went back in, because I got a little funkiness
Okay.
on the initial nose, and then that kind of wafted off, and then the sweetness was kind of underlying it. So this will be it definitely invites you to go ahead and take a sip.
Ooh.
Right.
So-
It's hard to pass and not sip.
Yeah, yeah. I'm sure
All
it'll
right.
taste good.
I'm on to the green, gentlemen.
All right.
And it's not fruity, but it is lovely maltiness.
Okay.
Hint of chocolate, perhaps. Oh, that's really nice. That's a solid.
All right.
That's interesting. This is going to be on the nose alone on both of these is spectacular.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there's definitely what you said. There's some maltiness. I got some sweetness, but I also got some green, some grass. And
Hay
I mean
or something.
hay. I don't mean like, lawn grass here.
Right. Yeah, the Highland heather.
That green growing thing.
Right.
Right.
That's good. Like a spring kind of.
Yeah,
Like
so
vegetable?
like hay before it's ready to be cut. It's still green. It's not quite ready.
You would know. You've done that.
I've spent
Yeah.
time doing that.
It's not fun.
Isn't it lovely?
Someone
I
needs to
love
do
the
it.
nose.
Rolling up to 3 a.m.
I will say,
Thank God it's Friday.
just based on the nose on both glasses, I couldn't tell you which one is the higher ABV.
No, they both
Not really.
smell.
Which is interesting.
Yeah. Usually those 50 hits you in the nose. You're like, whoa.
This is a really nice. It's got a nice floral nose on top with a big maltiness underneath
There,
it.
right?
A
Yeah,
big
like
kick of maltiness
they
in there.
they both smell very good.
The Glenkinchie, we don't have a lot of experience with it, but it's pulling some punches there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because
Okay, I'm keeping notes in the back of my head here on what I liked and what I didn't like
All right,
so
I'm-
far.
all right, get in there,
I'm
man.
gonna go on the red, this is the fruity one for me. The fruity pebbles. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, hey, how you doing?
Is it?
A little ASMR. Wow, that's potent. It's very sweet up front. It rolls into a nice cereal. There's some fruits going on. Little biscuit. Wow, the finish is long. It's nice. No chocolate. A little bit bitter. A little bit.
There's malt in there. You can chew on this. I got some strawberry in the back end.
I got your chocolate.
Do you?
Yeah, like bitter chocolate.
A bitter chocolate.
like baking chocolate.
Right.
That's really nice.
How do you say muy bien?
Muy bien.
You know what's funny? I didn't get berries on the nose when you were talking about them.
Yeah.
I was like, Drew's crazy. There's no berries in here.
You know I'm not crazy.
But it definitely has like a strawberries and cream thing going on the finish. Like it's really very nice.
Yeah, it's cheesecake.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a really nice glass.
I like
clap.
it. Are we
All right.
doing green?
Green it
is
is.
going to
Yeah,
have its work
princess
cut out
bell.
for it.
This is the malt lover. I like having little nicknames, cheesecake and malt lover.
You said Fruity Pebbles on one of them.
I did.
That's why we love it. Whatever. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's that malt forward, nice sweet factor, not confectioner. Really nice sweet maltiness. Oh, that finish is lovely. And there's some chocolate in the finish.
Really?
Oh my gosh, these are two really good drams here, boys. Neither one of them taste hot. They taste
No.
very similar, to be honest, as far as ABV.
Mm.
That one might be a little higher.
It's good. It's approachable. I think,
Spicy pepper.
I know I've got a liter right now. We need to water these down, don't we?
I'm going to right now.
I've got a liter. It's close.
Wow.
They're both really well.
That's good, isn't it?
glasses. I could keep both of them. There's got to be a winner though. There
So-
can be only one.
To keep it simple, it's fruity and malty, right? I mean, that's
Yeah.
two big
Yeah.
factors, I think.
I thought the green glass was interesting. It had a sweetness, and it didn't have a ton of complexity per se, but what it had was just like a big boldness about what it brought to the table. I still cannot figure out which one is the lower ABV. I could guess,
The
but
water might tell.
it really
Well, yeah.
wasn't as obvious as I thought it would be.
I think the water will be a good indicator here. I think I'm going to be surprised if Red can hold the fruitiness with the water.
Well, I mean, just looking at the ABVs in the bottles, you would expect Glenkinchie to be hit harder with the water. It's 43% ABV. This Glen Scotia's got a little more room to play with at 51.5.
Yeah, the water is definitely hurting the red.
Is it
on the nose so far?
But you know what? I don't know that that's a be all end all, but they're both very good.
Okay, so
Very
red
good.
with water. Red with water.
Yeah, the water over-rounded the red. It's still holding the flavor profile, but it's definitely weaker. It's watered down.
Right.
And it's rounder. It doesn't have the edginess, which was a good edginess to it. It's just too much, and it got rid of some of the fruitiness and brought up the end. It's more of that bitter chocolate.
So red with water on the nose, grape bubblegum.
Great.
I get bubblegum
All right.
and grape.
Like that artificial grape.
Yeah, like grape.
All right.
Like
All right. I'm curious.
Yeah.
Honestly, the nose isn't bad on this.
What do you think, Mark? Do you like it? But obviously better without water, right?
I did like it better without water. I don't think water killed it. It definitely softened it up, but it maintains a maltiness in the mid palate.
Yes.
It holds on.
Oh.
I don't know. The late finish kind of matched the nose for me too. Maybe that's just that nose was just hanging on so strong.
To me, it's got like, bunt cake.
Yeah,
It's got the
I
like
love
burnt
cake.
on the outside, and then you'd like pour that like pourable icing nonsense over
Good
the
shit,
top
though.
to just like sugar it up a little bit. Like that's what I got because it's got that cakey malty
like cheesecake?
undertone, but it's got a sweetness above it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's kind
I
of
like
rounding
that
everything
nonsense
off.
though.
Hell
I
yeah.
mean, hell yeah, I want
Bunt
more.
cake's delicious, man.
It's
What
got
are you
the
talking
crispy
about?
outside and it's
Dude.
soft on the inside. It's good, man. But
Oh,
honestly, try it. I wonder if you had it too close to when it got watered. Try it again because it's actually it did lose a little bit of a step, but it's pretty solid. I like it. I would definitely finish that glass.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not gonna say no to it. It's not bad at all. It's good. I'm just saying it didn't hold the water like I wanted it to.
No, it lost a little bit of the flavor and complexity that it had when it was neat, for sure.
The green on the nose is holding water fine. It's still malty. Mm.
I gotta rinse this out.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a clear winner.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. That is
What?
That is just malt heaven.
All
And,
right.
and then there's some chocolate there. Yeah, milk chocolate. It's good.
So milk chocolate over bitter chocolate is what I'm getting out of this.
Red is bitter and more fruity, less with water. That was malty to begin with and stayed malty with water.
Son of a biscuit.
Am I right?
No, I'm tough. I'm stuck.
I'm not.
I'm stuck. Man.
What's the chat think? What we got going on here? What's your over under? What's your wages here?
I will say, man, this is tough.
I think water definitely gave away which one was which to me if I had to guess bottles. But as far as what's in the glasses and what's hitting me right now, I'm really stuck.
You're torn.
I'm
Yeah.
torn.
That's
I'm
a good
tied.
thing. That's a good
Yeah.
thing. There's
This is a
good
tough
bottles.
call. I really don't know.
Honestly,
what to
when
do
I
here.
saw the two bottles that were going head to head on the scotches, I was like, well, this is going to be a hot mess, man. Like,
Yeah.
but it is not at all. Like, it is a hard.
I'm a little disappointed.
call.
I'm not getting. Mark usually has some, a little boxing.
I know, but I think I took it too far last time. I took the hints. You know,
It's okay to
you were
throw
like,
some
okay,
extra
we shouldn't
punches.
have we
but-
shouldn't have opened the box, and I trying to tame it down a little bit. I honestly think I like the nose on red better.
I do too.
You like the fruitiness on the nose better.
Yeah.
It's just hit me. It's fun
It's-
right now.
I really, it's a tough call.
It's really boils down to, do you want fruity or do you want malty?
Right.
And I like the malty.
Well, without water, there was a green grass note on the green glass. Green grass note on the green glass.
Tongue twister there.
Right. That I wasn't liking. I was like, I don't know if I want that right now. Water has kind of dissipated that. It's not there, and it is malty, and I do like the punchier palate on green right now. So, I mean, I like them both.
Yeah.
If you would have told me that Glenkinchie is going to be the king of the hill and I'm going to really like it, I would have been like, no. But it's in here and it's doing well.
Yeah.
I don't know, though.
I don't even remember what it was last time.
That finish and that palate, late palate and finish on green right now is
Strong like bull.
strong like bull for you. Yep.
It's so good. Yeah,
It's
I
punching.
feel like the red, to put it in your terms, it came out swinging. It was throwing
Whoa,
it was
how
throwing
about that?
everything at it could. You know, it was toe to toe with both rounds, and Green was just like
ducking and
bobbing,
weaving. Yeah, man.
He was doing this stuff, and he was throwing some punches back. And then by round 2 and 3, Red started to get tired. And I feel like I think Red's getting tired, and I think Green's like, hey man, I'm good to
Sting
go.
like a bee.
Yeah. That's fair.
Float like a butterfly. That's too much. Anyway, so I feel I think that Red definitely lost some superpower after a few rounds. I think Green to me is still my favorite.
Yeah. I'm going to have to lean that way, although I think if Red would have just been just a little bit bigger and bolder, it would have
Couple more
would
pounds.
have won.
Right?
It really was close. I think I'm going to have to go with Green just because it's a little bit like more complex, more interesting whiskey, but just barely.
I will say this, and I don't know. We haven't revealed. We don't know the winner. We don't know which one's which, right? But in my mind, I think I know. And having said that, I'm still pleasantly surprised about Glenkinchie 12. Number one, that it won last week in the last round. I honestly
Against Glenmo 12.
That one, I was like, oh, okay, you want to fight?
Yep.
You know,
And it did.
And knowing that it's sitting here with something I know I absolutely love, Glen Scotia. I mean, I've gone through many bottles of this, have many bottles at home, and sit here stuck between these two. I'm going, Glenkinchie, you got my attention.
Yeah, no kidding.
For sure.
And it's one of the. I mean, this is not something. I mean, it is in liquor stores.
It
It's
is.
not-
I've
yeah,
seen it on
yeah.
shelves. Yeah, absolutely.
It's just not a very popular, known
Yeah,
bottle.
it's a smaller
Right.
distillery,
But then again, is Glen Scotia? Like it is to us.
it is for like whiskey heads, I guess. But I don't know. I mean, they're both interesting bottles.
I'd be curious to know in chat and in the comments below if you guys buy the Glenkinchie. Like how many people have that and tried that? Because it doesn't seem like it's a very popular bottle to me. But maybe it's just me.
No, I don't think it's that popular. I really don't. I see it on shelves. You're absolutely right, but I never see it in people's bars.
Right.
I think I'm going to have it at my bar.
I don't think I've ever seen it at a bar.
It's good.
Ever.
All right, well, let's see who won.
All right.
Because I'm guessing we're all going
saying
green, right?
Yeah, we're saying
Hey,
green.
we're going green here. So
Green's-
green is what color?
Green is dun 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 dun.
Green is green.
Well, that was who picked these glass colors.
Well, that is red.
What's the point of the sticker?
Jesus.
Well, keep it consistent. You want to do? Well, you do them both
I
at the same
swear to
time.
God, if this is green and this is red, Drew, you're gonna get beat up on the comments, right? Because I mean, this has red on. Okay, so you ready? Green won, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3.
There you go. Glen Scotia.
Have you not learned anything from
I
the
don't.
comments in the
Do
past
you
6
think I
months?
know?
People beat us up saying that the color of the glass gives away what's in the whiskey, and we're like, no, you idiot. That's the whole point. That's why we use color.
Listen, here's the truth. I couldn't remember what I had for breakfast this morning. Never mind what I poured into whiskey in. And number 2 is I'm being completely honest on I mean, we all are on what we're drinking here.
I know.
If I would have liked
I'm-
the whatever, or I guess the Glenkinchie, I would have. I did like it.
I'll let you in on a little inside baseball. I'm pretty sure all three of us had figured out what was in both glasses.
Yeah, it wasn't hard.
Like, I will say, though, it was harder than I thought it was going to be.
I thought Glenkinchie was going to come out and really just punch it, but I mean Glen Scotia, but Glenkinchie did. I mean the fruit. I guess that's the fruitiness of Glenkinchie surprised me.
I'm going to have a glass.
I'll tell you what, though, that Scotia just, man, I love it. It's good shit.
That's tough.
If you are into Scotch whiskey and you do not have Glen Scotia Victoriana or not tried it, you are missing out.
You're killing yourself, right? You're.
It's not that bad. It's only like $60, $55 or something like that. It's not too expensive.
Sometimes 40.
Sometimes it's
actually. I think
really
the total
cheap.
wine it's $105.
No, really?
That's why I snatched 6 of them for $43.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
Yeah. At Total Wine, it was $105. I walked into a liquor store a couple of weeks ago, about a month ago here in Indianapolis, and they had it on sale for $42.99, so I cleared the shelf out. And Scotch for Dummies all gone.
Wait, that was a misprice. Too late.
Tough luck, dude.
Sold.
You're giving it to me for $43 a bottle.
I was thinking Glendronach. That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
Okay,
nice.
so
It's nice.
so Glenkinchie did score a victory in the King of the Hill, but it is now being retired, and Glen Scotia Victoriana is taking over the king spot in the Scotch realm for right now.
So these are our two King of the Hills.
Two
currently,
winners tonight. Eagle
There you
Rare 10,
and Glen Scotia Victoriana.
Victoriana.
All right.
So there'll be some, I'm sure, good challengers that are coming up. There's tons of whiskeys out there to challenge these two, right? Eventually, hopefully we're going to have a couple other categories. Maybe it is rum. Maybe it is world whiskeys. Maybe it is Irish. Maybe it is. We've got to get other categories involved so that when we bring these all together, it can really come down to a king of the hill.
I agree.
But that was fun. I might have to have a glass of Glen Scotia.
Why
now
don't
just
we,
to-
for fun, let's give away some Patron wheels of Glenkinchie.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, especially for those
they've
folks
not
that
had it.
haven't had any, right? I mean, that's what this is about. Who knows? They might want to run to their local and pick up a bottle after they've had a sample.
And we've got trivia here in about 2 minutes, so hang on.
Let's do this.
Another chance for me to see how stupid I really am.
Right. All right, so let's see who
Good to
gets.
keep you down, buddy.
We'll do 2 spins, 2 spins for our patrons tonight to see who gets a Glenkinchie.
Justin's
12.
asking for a Victoriana sample.
That could happen too.
You want to do?
We can do.
You want to just do one of each?
Sure. How's
All
that?
right.
All right. One of each.
So which one's first?
Scotia's out front.
Scotia sample.
There you go.
Scotia sample going.
Justin's a patron. He gets to guess. Here we go.
We're off and rolling.
Aubrey
Chase.
Chase.
Congratulations.
Nice. A sample of Glen Scotia Victoriana, and it was 51.5, which you can tell which batch it is from that because I don't have the batches memorized, so that's why I mentioned it.
Okay.
There you go.
And then the next spin is for the Glenkinchie 12-year-old.
Yes, the Edinburgh malt.
Yes.
Here
we go.
White
Bottle.
tasty.
It is.
That's what I'm drinking right now.
Fruity Pebbles.
Jose Guerrero.
Congratulations.
Congratulations on a Glen
I like that
Scotia
we
12.
got some new people.
Yeah,
I
I
know.
love to see
Good.
new names getting some samples. That is awesome.
All
So
right.
did you say we actually have trivia tonight?
we do have trivia
Our trivia
tonight.
guy is putting in the overtime, and
It's
We love it.
guys.
they're not gimmies. I just want everybody that's listening and watching to know that the three of us have not seen these questions. We don't have the answers, and
Obviously.
it's very clearly evident by the time the end of this is over because I have yet to bat 50%.
I think I've gotten 6 right once. That was it.
Yeah, I think I've had
So-
a 6 maybe.
These guys are putting in the time. They're doing the research. They're finding some interesting stuff. We all walk away learning a little bit about it. So I want to definitely pour a dram and thank our trivia team that's putting in the time for us.
Cheers to that. I would like to point out the fact that even though we were only 3 tonight, Andrew's vote would not have made a difference.
Good call out. You can stick to your Isla and not worry about it.
I'm going to assume that Andrew
love
would
the
have
fact
picked
that you
the
said
other
that.
one for both.
Just to impress
Just to
them.
be contrary.
That's
It's
right.
fine. Thanks, Andrew. He is out doing
Totally.
some whiskey evangelism, though.
Right.
He is.
Trying
He's
to
out there on
convert
a
some
boat.
polar bears
He
or something.
probably is.
Oh, that's hilarious.
He'll come back with the bottle. He always does.
All right, let's get on to this trivia.
Yeah, but it's
Round
always like
one.
a cheap bottle.
Are you ready? I need like an intro music for trivia.
You do need some intro music.
Oh my gosh.
All right, here we go. Question 1. Which compound is most responsible for the spicy coconut flavor in whiskey? Aldehydes, esters, phenolic compounds, or whiskey lactones?
Are you kidding me?
This is like Dr. Scotch one.
Yeah.
Where is Andrew?
And, can we call a friend?
Shit.
Which compound is most responsible for spicy coconut flavor?
So clearly there's a difference between coconut and spicy coconut.
I don't even know. I'm going to have to guess.
I know what the difference is. One is spicy.
One is spicy, one is not.
Jesus. Trying to show
Well,
how smart I am, you guys.
Dork.
We know it's not phenolic compounds.
No, I'm going to say it's aldehydes. I don't know.
I'm going to say esters.
It could be esters.
I'm not going to go with lactones because I don't have enough thumbs. I'm going to say... Oh, that's lactate. My bad.
What? What?
2 thumbs down.
2 thumbs down. Yeah, I'll go with esters.
Yeah, esters sounds great.
All right.
Esters it is.
Let's see if we're all wrong.
And
And the answer is... Oh, my gosh.
Lactones.
Whiskey lactose.
I should
Whiskey.
have given it more thumbs down.
A trans-isomer compound is found in the oak barrels that age whiskey. They show up in whiskey as a result of the oak wood aging process.
Holy shit, no one got it right in chat.
See, the fact that they had to put that little diagram up, that's Andrew. He speaks that shit. That's
He would recognize
Those
it
are
and go, oh, that's a
hieroglyphs,
whiskey. That's a
man.
lactone right
I know,
there.
right?
See it sticking out?
It's like an Egyptian
the S and the
hieroglyph.
O. it
Somewhere
makes
in
a
Alaska,
lactone.
Andrew got that one right.
He did. He did.
And he's laughing at all three of
He
us.
is. Because it's still light where he is.
All right, question number 2.
What distillery name translates to Hill of the Juniper from Gaelic? Glenfarclas,
Oh, I know this one.
Macduff, Tomatin, or Tobermory? Hill
I'm pretty
of
sure I know
the
this one.
Juniper.
Hmm.
Damn it, Bobby.
I'm going to let you guys guess first.
Well, Glen is not Hill, so I'm going to rule out Glenfarclas. I want to say Tobermory.
That's what I'm leaning to, but the way Drew jumped all over it, I know he's been to Tomatin. It makes me think that he's going that way, but I'm going to go D. Tobermory.
It's Cetaman.
Is it?
You know this for sure?
I think I remember a quiz earlier about it. Let's see. This chat's
What's everybody in the chat saying?
they're saying
They're all over
Tobermory.
the place, man. This is
Oh,
hard.
Glenfarclas. Actually, yeah. Let's see what the answer is here.
What?
Yeah.
Son of a...
That
told
feels
you.
like a gimme
I
to
told
Drew
you.
right there.
I know. That was a homage to Drew.
Distillery name is derived from the Scottish Gaelic phrase tomatin.
Tom-
Tomatin.
Tomatin.
Juniper wood gives less smoke while burning than the other types of wood, so it has long been a favorite of illicit distillers who must keep their practice secret.
Yeah, and that's why Native Americans didn't burn juniper wood, because you can't do smoke signals with it.
That's
Also hard to preserve things
that's a
without
little
the smoke.
left field.
Yeah.
I'm just
What you gonna
going.
Next question.
I mean,
You're
Let's
up.
do this.
I mean you.
Question 3. What is the name of the single malt made at the Knockdhu Distillery? A. Enoch, B. Royal Brackla, C. The Devon, or D. Singleton?
I don't know this one. Oh, I do.
Get out of here, dude.
I do.
Why would you know this?
Because I put some questions before.
That's
You've never done
horseshit.
any questions.
It's not Anna, because that's a trick. It's not Royal Brocklot. Oh, shit, it might be, now that I think about it.
That's what I was thinking it was.
Royal Brackla.
What is the name of the single malt made at the Knockdhu Distillery?
What do you think, guys? Think long, think wrong.
That's true. Man.
I'm going to say B.
I'm going with A.
No way. I'm going with C, the Deveron.
Wow.
What you got, Sean?
To be difficult.
You said
I
B.
think I said B. I'm going to go with B.
All right, then. You wrong.
Cheers, cheating.
It's A, Anok.
I feel like somebody maybe read through these questions.
I know. I gave this
First
big
time I've
speech
seen
about
these.
we've never done this, and hey, we're and Drew's like, oh, I know
What?
what it is.
I actually have
Well,
some knowledge for once.
Two
and
of
you
us
guys
are 0 for 3.
I mean,
and one of us is cheating.
hold on. Let me mute you guys for a second.
Oh shit!
Damn.
Now you're muted, so it's just me. So I'm. That's right. You're muted.
That's right. At least when we're muted, we can't be wrong.
I mean, it's fine. Well, we can't get any worse than our score right now, right?
All right. Which distillery? Number 4. Which distillery founder died when he fell into a vat of pot ale? Glenfiddich, Lagavulin, Lafroig, or Macallan?
Really?
That's a weird question. Which founder died as he fell into
Seems
a vat
like an
of pot
awesome
ale?
way to go out.
No shit.
I mean,
This one I have no clue. I don't even know how to do.
I'm gonna go with
Deduct
Macallan,
on
and
this
that's
one.
where their sulfur flavor comes from.
The guy that died, he's stuck in the evaporator.
He was full of shit.
I'm going to say Lafroig because it sounds like something the founder would do, right?
Oh, Jesus, Mark.
Middle fingers up into the vat.
Later, bitches.
Sayonara, suckers.
I got your taxes.
Take this to the
Let me
bank.
go to the bottom of this pot ale and find it for you.
I'm gonna go with A because it's got a space after it.
I noticed the space.
I got
too.
nothing else to
I
do
really
with
did.
it.
There's a space.
I'm
okay.
guessing.
Man, if that's the right answer, I feel like that's clues for Drew right there. You know what I'm
The
saying?
inside's clues.
Yeah, I
I'm
don't
going
know.
A just because I can. What are you guys?
Everybody else is
I'm
going
doing C.
A. I want to stick with Macallan. I want it to be Macallan.
doing? Dude,
Right?
if it's Macallan, like that's not. That's it. You win the game. Because
do it.
all I will think about is sulfur and some dead dude.
Some dude floating in the bottom.
James says it's a true story and he
Oh,
haunts the
Lafroig.
still.
It's
It was
Lafroig.
Lafroig. Whoa, Sean!
Sean
coming
pulls the
in,
winner.
stealing second.
Middle fingers all the way into the vat.
Pot ale is the substance left over after the first distillation. Donald Johnston, Lafroig's co-founder and sole owner at the time, died 2 days after falling into the vat in 1847.
Was
How
he in the vat for
hell-
2 days?
How the hell do you fall into the vat?
So
Tell me he was in the vat for 2 days.
something tells me maybe the vat was empty when he fell into it. That's what fucked him up.
Maybe. How
is it
far did he fall? I
is it
guess?
safe to say he was having a vat day?
Oh, geez.
Okay,
That
that's a Andrew
All right,
joke.
well, I'm at 25% now. I'm feeling it.
Look,
Rolling.
Steven, you don't need to put 3 for 4 when I'm like 1 for 4. It's not helping. Question 5. Which distillery's founder was offered an ultimatum? Either go legal or go to jail.
Everybody.
Wow. Yeah, all of the above. A, Glenkinchie. Oh, a little throwback from earlier. Lagavulin, Lafroig, or Pulteney. I wonder if that's old Pulteney.
Probably right.
Yeah.
It was just Pulteney
it's not-
back then.
It wasn't
There's
old.
not too many Pulteney's back then.
Okay, so ultimatum of either go legal or go to jail.
Well, it can't be Lafroig again, right? It just won, so
So honestly, I'm gonna say it's not on Isla. I'm gonna say that's
'Cause-
something that happened.
Because those dudes would have
it's
told
not
you to get
Pulteney.
bent.
It's
Yeah.
not. It's not Pulteney either.
Nobody.
It's gotta be
It
Glenkinchie.
is Glen. It's got to be Glenkinchie.
Because that's a lowland. So
That yeah. They weren't
They
making
would-
their way all the way up to Pulteney, and they weren't going over to Isla.
Distillery's founder, so it's got to be old, like a shit ton ago, right? So I mean, it's got to be Glenkinchie, Campbeltown, that area
Which
was the
Kinchie
biggest.
is in Edinburgh. We just learned
Yeah,
that from the
it's got to
bottle.
be Kinchie.
I'm saying Kinchie.
I'm gonna go A.
yeah,
Sean,
yep, I'm with you. That makes sense. And we were all wrong.
What?
Jesus,
What?
Jesus.
Farmer John Johnson spent many years illicitly distilling on his farm, avoiding excisemen and ringing the church bells to alert others of their presence. He was caught in 1816 and offered the choice. Right? It's like
Lagavulin.
Mission
Jeez.
Impossible kind of thing, right?
Oh,
I mean,
he paid up? I'm disappointed that he paid up. I wish he would have just lifted his kilt and said, yeah, here you go.
Does Offerman know this?
I feel like there's probably a few excise men, right? Like taking more than one.
Like Parks and Rec should have done a thing on that, right? Like,
Right.
That's fair. All right.
Who's up?
I'm at 20%. All right. Question 6 is my question here. What percentage of Scotch whiskey sales volumes does Diageo control?
All of it.
15%, 25%, 40%, or 82%, which is oddly specific.
Yeah, it is. This is a great question. 40%'s in there a little bit, but 82 is. It almost
hard.
makes it like it's.
I know, but 82 is a damn lot, man. That's hard to.
But they own a shit ton. They own a shit ton.
Yeah, they are the empire, aren't they?
Who owns Johnny Walker?
Diageo.
I'm going to go 82.
Right? I mean, it's either
oddly
it's 40
specific.
or 82. It's definitely not 15. Oh, hold on a second. What percentage of Scotch whiskey sales volume is this Diageo control? That's a lot of freaking sales.
It's a lot of whiskey.
I mean, Johnny Walker is a huge. They own. Oh my gosh, it's got to be 40. I think. I don't think it's 82.
That might be too high.
I
It
think
just feels too high, but
they
it
don't
is
own
specific.
Macallan. Yeah, but is it specific to throw
So,
you off? or is
no,
it
no,
it could be
specific
lower
because
than you
it's
think
specific?
because
Let's not
it's-
think about Macallan's. Think about your low
blends.
end blends.
Right.
Yeah, it's
That's
your
where
blends.
that's where the volume
and
of
they
sales are
own,
going.
but it is saying Scotch whiskey, not other things. So, I think it's lower than you think it is.
You think it was like 15, 25?
I think it's 25. We just
25.
got a thumbs down. Holy shit! Screw you. Whoever you were, thumbs down.
It's
It's trivia. We can't. Come on.
I'm going D. I'm sticking with it.
Yeah?
What's for the thumbs down?
What you got, Drew?
I'm gonna be logically. It's either 40 or 82, but I'm gonna go B 25.
I'm going to go 40.
All
All
right.
right, so
let's see what we
split
got.
the difference there.
It'll be 15.
It's 40.
Son of a.
That was
All
my
right.
gut.
I'm 2 for 6.
Interesting. So Johnny Walker.
So Diageo owns
Sing-
31 malt distilleries, but their top two brands, the Singleton and Talisker, make up 53% of Diageo's malt sales.
I love this image here. It's hard to see.
Really?
Johnny Walker, the Singleton, Lagavulin, what's that, Talisker, and
Yeah.
Mortlock.
It
Yep.
is a Mortlock, yeah.
And there's more down there. I can't read it, but actually down here, they own a lot. Holy crap! I knew it was a lot, but
All right.
that's fair. It wasn't a trick question.
No.
No. Who is this? Me?
Drew.
What natural construct within oak wood makes it ideal wood for whiskey maturation? A. Cambium, B. Heartwood, C. Knots, or D.
Tyloses?
Tylosis?
I'm going to say A.
What
I like
natural
A. I'm
construct
feeling A.
within wood makes
It's
it-
talking
You don't
to
want
me.
knots.
No. I'm going to say B. Heartwood because I have no idea what that is.
That's the very middle of the tree.
Oh.
Don't help him.
He asked.
He doesn't need it.
What's cambium?
It's the stuff that
Shut
the
up, Mark. I
cells.
don't want to
the
hear your
natural
answer.
construct.
I know. As soon as you start talking, this is going to be bullshit.
It's the natural construct within wood oak that makes it.
Just shut up. It's so easy. It's so obvious with this nuthead. Like, as soon as he talks, I'm like, oh, here we go. He's
Oh my God!
Let's see who's right.
He's
All right. Are you
What's
doing
that?
cambium? What are you doing?
I'm going Cambion. That's A.
All right.
I'm going with A2, I guess.
Look at everybody in the chat's going A2 because they know it. Yeah, you know it.
Oh, gosh.
And
Oh,
we were all wrong again.
damn.
Who's making this
Tyloses,
stuff up?
singular tylosis, block liquids while allowing air through. Wood with a high number of tylosis provide leak-resistant barrels while facilitating oxidation and evaporation, two critical processes in the development of whiskey over time. And American oak is full of them, while Mizunara has fewer and thus is more prone to leaking.
And look, if I'm going to be honest, man, I would have guessed midichlorians before I guessed
Balake?
Tyloses.
Is Block A here?
And you would have been righter with midichlorians, I guess. I don't know.
Oh, Jesus.
Question 8. Approximately how many new distilleries have opened in Scotland between 2006 and 2024?
Fairly new.
60, 78, 85, or 130? Well,
Those all seem high.
those all seem extremely high, honestly. There's no way it's 130.
No. 130 is out. No, definitely not. A lot have opened. I mean, let's be honest. We
78
started.
seems specific.
You're overthinking it. When did we start our? It's been 10 years now for us, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
That's a lot of distilleries.
So I mean,
Thought that was
even in
100.
the last 8 years, it's been a boom. This is probably higher than we think. Well, obviously, because it's 60.
Because I never would have guessed this high.
I'm going with the chat. The chat says A.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go with the.
I'm gonna go B just to be off different.
I'm with you.
78 for me. You're
Yeah.
going A. All right, let's see.
How about that?
Son.
Even
You
a
got
blind
one.
squirrel finds a nut. That's what I'm
Hell
talking
Is that your
about.
second one tonight?
According to the malt, yeah, yes it is. Thank you.
First.
According to the Malt Whiskey Yearbook 2025 edition, the current count of distilleries stands at 160. In 2006, it was less than 100. The last 20 years have been unprecedented growth,
Yeah.
dwarfing the last boom between 1960 and 1980, when only 16 new distilleries opened.
Yeah.
Sadly enough, in that time period, of those 60, not one of those 60 is owned by Scotch for Dummies. What the hell are
That's
we doing?
bullshit.
What are we doing?
Go fund me.
Go find
Right.
me.
That's
Question 9.
Question 9. Founded in 1876, which sister distillery to Manocknamore? I don't even know
I don't
that
think
one.
I've never heard of that
Is
Manocknamore.
one of the core components of the Hay Gold label blended Scotch. So it's the sister distillery.
Jesus, I've
Balvenie, Benromac, Glenlivet, or Glenlossie.
now is Balvenie like somebody has like two distillers right across the street? What was it? I think that was Glen. No,
I'm going to say this is Glenlossie.
That's what I was feeling. I don't see Balvenie giving away their juice to a blended Scotch, or Glenlivet for that matter. I'm feeling Glenlossie here, and so is the chat.
Right?
I don't know. I'm gonna go Ben Romick. Just to be, it's
Just to
kind
be
of like,
contrary.
yeah. I mean, you
Alright.
can't go with you guys for everything.
Whatever, man.
Clearly, you haven't gone with me for everything. 'cause
I'm
you've been getting
losing.
them right, and
I know.
I'm on the track.
You're on a fire. You're
I'm at 33%.
Don't call it
Glenlossie
a
was
comeback.
founded in 1876 to take advantage of the new laws allowing the blending of grain and malt whiskeys. Still primarily used for blending, with only one official bottling of as a single malt, a 10-year flora and fauna.
I don't recall ever having a Glenlossie.
I'm pretty sure you probably had one from SMWS. They bottle quite a bit.
Okay, fair enough. All right, last question. Is it me?
Yep.
Sure.
How much more expensive is a new Mizunara oak cask compared to a new American oak cask?
I'm
1 to
gonna
2 times? 10 to 15 times? 30 to 35 times? Or D, 50 times?
I'm
It's
gonna
going to
say
be expensive.
It's pretty expensive.
50's the only one that's not a range.
Right?
If it said 50 or more times, maybe it would.
So what's a cask run?
I have no freaking clue.
I know what used casks run.
What?
It's like $100.
Okay. So say a couple hundred. So 50 times? That's a shit ton of money.
Yeah. But keep in mind that they don't grow a whole lot of those trees, and they're not very straight, so you don't get a whole lot
I
of
agree.
staves out of each one.
I'm gonna say B in this one, 10 to 15 times.
I like C.
You like C, 30
Yeah.
to 35? Okay.
I'm going to go
I
D.
like C.
You 50 times.
Hey,
on,
Kim.
man.
Good to see you in the chat.
Yeah, man.
Who's Kim?
That KLG.
Oh yeah. I haven't seen her in a while.
Watch yourself.
Let's see who's let's see who's
Poking the
right.
bear. All right, let's see who's right. Ooh, Drew
Oh,
pulls
Drew
one
pulls
out.
the last one.
Nice.
He's a lucky guesser.
I get one that works.
They got to reach 200 years old before they're cut down.
Well, if that's true, then it clearly should be C. I mean, they're underselling these damn things.
Right?
Well, I mean, 10 to 15 times seems a little bit more economic.
Not when you have to reach 200 years old.
Mizunara barrels run between $3,000 and $5,000 or $8,000 a barrel.
So, here's a cost for $200 to $500. So you weren't far off from a used 100.
Well,
so.
those would be new.
Right.
So
okay.
yeah.
Well, cool.
Not bad, man.
Okay.
Not bad at all.
Well done, gentlemen.
Well done. Well done.
For the trivia crew. I wonder what the top score in the chat was out of that.
I mean, we crushed it. If you add us together, we got to 50, right?
Right. Yeah, we're close.
I think together we got 10 for 10.
There you go.
Well, there you go. Another successful
That's
Thursday
it.
night.
All right, King of the Hill.
No dummy here.
Eagle Rare and Glen Scotia victories.
2 winners
So we got
there.
a new King of the Hill in the Scotch category.
And that's just with those 2 categories. We do need to start introducing new categories for some fights. So
We
I
got
honestly,
Irish coming up.
Yep.
And perhaps Isla.
I would like to see maybe just world whiskey, whether it's Taiwanese,
Ooh, I
Indian,
like that. Let's do that.
Japanese. So I'm cool with giving Irish their own category. There's enough Irish whiskeys out there.
That's
They
true.
can probably hold their own category for a little while, but world whiskeys would be fun.
We giving Andrew a plastic handle category?
Please.
That would be very interesting. Like,
just go buy all the rot guts
and then pour it all out when we're done with it, because I mean
pour
we're
it
not
on the fire.
Oh, it only costs $3. So I don't feel so bad about it.
So true. Not
Sale
worth
at
it.
CVS for $12.99.
All right.
There you go.
guys. Well, awesome Thursday. Fun to be with you guys. Fun to be with you guys as well.
Yeah, good
thanks
show.
for having us, and we'll see you guys next week. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheerio. Thanks for joining, everyone.
3, 2, 1.